Hey guys, welcome to a brand new series, the Edfoot Late Night Show. Today, we'll be talking about the World Club, where LAFC aren't marching now because they lost against Chelsea. Boca Juniors failed to win in a game where they were supposed to win, and they have nothing else to do than tie. And then Flamengo, the birds from Brazil, actually take flight, and all that we're gonna be reviewing today in the late night show with Edfoot 12. Man, welcome to the show. Hope you had a blast. Hope you have a blast. Let's get it started, guys. So today we have match day 4, where LAFC and Chelsea met up today in Atlanta, Georgia, in a stadium where apparently there was only 25,000 people in a stadium where basically 80,000 people can fit in there. I am not gonna judge the attendance of this stadium. It was a Monday afternoon where people are still working. The one thing that I don't get, and that one thing I don't understand is why in the world would they play a game, or why would FIFA plan a game on that sort of time? We're gonna have to talk to them because if it's like this next year, I think obviously it's the World Cup and it's a whole different aspect. But I don't see how people can actually make it to the games. If the games start at 5 or 6, it's right after the work. So they're gonna have to make some time to actually go to the games. And for me, I mean, if anything, if the game is gonna pay me to watch the game, then I'll go watch. But if anything, I don't think I'll be able to. And depending how bad are the ticket prices, which today, guys, by the way, in other news, I checked. Apparently, SeatGeek linked or leaked the prices of the next year FIFA World Cup, and apparently they're gonna cost a hefty, you can say, price. Be ready to actually give a kidney, because if you don't, you're gonna have to pay something. I don't know. You're gonna have to give up your car. You're gonna have to give up your house, because each ticket, the cheapest one, if I'm not mistaken, is 1,500, maybe 1,500, or even $2,000. Which for me, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't have enough money to actually pay for a ticket, but to go for one group stage game, I don't think so. FIFA, I actually don't think so. Like I said, I just wanted to say that before I forget. But let's keep talking about LAFC against Chelsea, a game where LAFC could have actually done something, or at least could have left out of this game with at least one goal. And it's very sad. It's very hard that to actually realize that, because the game seems one-sided with the scoreline, but in reality it's the whole different story. I think LAFC could at least score once, but there, I don't know, the guy on the right, the right winger, I don't know his name. He's very young, which is actually kind of amazing that he's playing at that level. He, if I'm not mistaken, he breaks the ankles of Cucurella and just shoots, but he shoots so far off wide the goal that it makes the whole play look so bad. So on the other side, Bologna, if I'm not mistaken, he actually pretty good. He did some pretty good. He did actually some pretty good plays. Like I said, this game in the second half could have ended 4-2 for something. Chelsea also missed some chances, but I mean they go on with the win, and obviously that I can't tell them if they win. I can't really tell them anything. So for me, Chelsea, the fact that they won, for me, that's actually pretty cool. So congrats to Chelsea. Everybody, take applause. They will be competing in the Champions League next season, if I'm mistaken, because they got top 4 in the English Premier League. So it's actually kind of amazing how they only scored twice against the MLS side, which a lot of people, say that the MLS is, Chuck E. Cheese's or Pizza Hut League or whatever you want to call it. But they actually, put up a good fight. Like I said, the match could have ended, 2-2 or something like that, or no, not 2-2, but just like 4-2. And honestly, it could have been a lot better. Like I said, that's my take with Chelsea. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments down below. Leave a like. Like I said, this is a brand new thing. I'm very new to this. This is actually kind of crazy for me. The fact that I actually have a drop and stuff like that. So for me, it's actually very good. Like I said, leave a comment, leave a like if you see. Like, I'm actually trying to do this. So like I said, please leave a like, and let's go on with Boca Juniors versus Benfica. Now, I want to say this in Spanish. because I feel like a lot of people are actually gonna see this in Spanish. And here we go. Una cosa que es increíble para mí. And I'll translate this to English, okay? Como los argentinos, en pocas palabras, Boca Juniors, parece que estaban jugando la Copa Libertadores. ¿Cómo es posible que estés arriba con 10 con 11 hombres y con México con 10 por más de 20 minutos y estás ganando 2-0? 2-0 contra el Benfica, un equipo europeo, y al final de cuentas se te salga el partido de las manos. Bro, no es la Copa Libertadores. Tienes que ponerte, es el Mundial de Clubes. Esto es una llamada de atención para Boca Juniors que de verdad, como les digo, el primer tiempo jugaron como un equipo muy, muy top, que es lo que son. Bueno, se dice que es lo que son, pero en el segundo tiempo no hicieron nada, de verdad, no hicieron nada. Soltaron el partido y con un hombre de más como por 20 minutos, como les digo, para mí Boca Juniors perdió. Un empate que estaba derrota, un empate que de verdad no se vio bien Boca Juniors, no se vio bien el fútbol argentino, porque si de verdad, si supieran cómo controlar un partido, fuera sido muy, muy distinto. Y como les digo, la roja es lo más importante que para mí cambió el partido para Benfica y aparentemente por más de 20, 15 minutos pareció que Boca Juniors era el que tenía un hombre menos. Y no, obviamente muy, muy decepcionante para Boca Juniors. Y pues por eso no está jugando en la Copa Libertadores, man. Yo es lo que voy a decir. Sí, se las voy a cargar porque no es posible, man. No es posible que un equipo sea tan malo que pierdan contra 10. Uno que empaten contra 10. Y como por 20 minutos tuvieron la ventaja de 10 hombres. Así que ese es mi take para Boca Juniors, gente. La gente de Boca Juniors puede de aquí dejar sus comentarios, pero no se vale, gente. De verdad, la gente que viene de Argentina, todos ellos vienen a ver a ese equipo y para que les dé esa vergüenza, para mí no. Para mí no. As I was saying, guys, Boca Juniors and Benfica went on today in match day 4, if I'm not mistaken, or 3. Boca Juniors, for about 15 or 20 minutes, were up to 11 men, and Benfica had a red card with 10 men. They tied the game. How? I don't know how. They started playing bad, and it looked for a lot of period of the time. It looked like the ones that were playing with 10 men was Boca Juniors. So at this point, guys, there's a lot of criticism when it comes to Boca Juniors and specifically that club, where apparently they're the biggest club in Argentina, next to River Plate, which if I'm not mistaken, they play tomorrow. But to play with, a man up and to tie to a team that you had a 2-goal lead is kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. The first goal comes out of Otamendi, if I'm not mistaken, and then the second goal comes out of just nothing. Like literally, it's so crazy how this. I mean, I'm actually enjoying the entertainment. I thought that this tournament was gonna be a little bit of a fluke or something like that, but apparently it's actually pretty good. I really, really liked it, and I hope they keep going with this. And this is just a pre-show of what's gonna be the World Cup. So for me, this game was pretty entertaining. I hope that there are more games like that. Tomorrow we'll see with River Plate. I think Dortmund play tomorrow, so I'm gonna see all those games to see what they actually cook, man. I really want to see Dortmund actually have a good run on this tournament. So I hope, and we'll be talking about this later in a bit. And I hope that this team keeps on delivering the way that it is delivering. And now we're gonna go with Flamengo. I didn't see this game because I just really don't care. Flamengo are going against Esperanza de Tunis. I just don't know that team. They won 2-0. Brazilian side, Luis Araujo, this goal scorer, and Georgine de Arrosca. I don't know what I don't know. A lot of yellow cards, a lot of a lot of calls. I didn't see the game, like I said, guys. The only thing I know is that right now, okay, right now. Let me see this. Let me see this table. Right now, Flamengo are up. Chelsea are second place. LAFC with 0. And Esperanza de Tunis are with 0 points. So this team this table will look to have a good chance of LAFC advancing to the next stage. I mean, they did lose against Chelsea, so I'm not gonna criticize them that much. But the big test for for LAFC if they want to get out of this group is against Flamengo. I think that Esperance de Tunis is a very, very, a club that is just to fill there. But we're gonna have to see what they do next match day when, if I'm not mistaken, let me see who. So Flamengo go against Chelsea, which LAFC now needs to wait and hopefully they lose. It's gonna come down to see who loses more against Chelsea. The only good thing that LAFC did today, and we're talking in general about group what is it, group E, no, group D. And the only good thing that LAFC did good today was that they lost in a margin of just 2 goals. That's the only thing that I think you can say that it's actually pretty good for LAFC. But other than that, man, LAFC showed a lot of weakness in defense. A lot of times they throw back, and it was pretty bad. For me, like I said, it could have been 4-2, but like I said, the only good thing about LAFC is losing just in the 2 goal margin. So, like I said, that's Group D, and for me, I see, like, from what I saw today, I do see Chelsea and Flamengo going out of this group. I do want to give big shout out, to Flamengo. They're top of the group because they didn't concede. But I hope that Flamengo to next match day actually go against Chelsea and actually show up. Like I hope there's not like a one or two game thing. But I hope that they actually show up tomorrow and the next match day, and I hope they actually do good against what's it called, against Chelsea. So that's my take on Group D. Now we're gonna go to section tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna have our predictions today of who's gonna be winning tomorrow. Obviously, there's some really good games tomorrow. So let's go with Group E. And let's talk about it, man. Let's really talk about it. Group E involves River Plate, Uruguay Red Diamonds, Monterrey, and Inter. Also, Group F plays tomorrow. Fluminense versus Borussia Dortmund. That's a very good game, guys. I recommend watching that one. And Ulsan against Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't know where they're actually from. So today, the first game, it's oh wow. Tomorrow the first game is Fluminense against Borussia Dortmund. Leave your comments to see who they is actually gonna win. Now let me tell you something, man. Fluminense is another Brazilian team that I actually do admire and I actually do want to see tomorrow. So for me, Borussia Dortmund is one of those teams that are very unpredictable. You actually gonna have to see which side of Borussia Dortmund you're gonna see tomorrow. Is it gonna be the one that we saw at the Champions League a year ago, basically, where they got all the way to the final to go against Real Madrid, or are you gonna see the Borussia Dortmund we saw this year, where they actually were kind of bad, and they were very up and down. They were not consistent. So like I said, I hope we see a Borussia Dortmund that we did see on last year. One thing to go and look at is that, if I'm not mistaken, like I said, that's one of the quotes that we're gonna be saying a lot in this show. One of the things that we're gonna be looking out for is Job Bellingham, which I think he did do the trip. I think that we are gonna see him tomorrow morning. So take a look at that, guys. Tomorrow, just look out for him. Look out for him, because if he is as good as his brother or a little bit less than his brother, it's gonna be a very good pickup for Borussia Dortmund this season. That's one of the things I'm excited for tomorrow for Borussia Dortmund against Fluminense. One of the signings of the summer for Borussia Dortmund was Job Bellingham. So we'll start off with that game tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. East Coast, and 9 a.m. West Coast. The next game, it's River Plate against Uruguay Red Diamonds. I don't know nothing about that team, Uruguay Red Diamonds. I know a little bit about River Plate. I think they're actually a good team this year. We're gonna have to see tomorrow. A lot of these teams are just more of a, I don't want to say a preseason tournament, because it's not a preseason. It's a very good tournament because it's a lot of money, guys. It's a lot of money. I think it's almost close to 200 million euros. River Plate are the team to, in a way, to prove. I hope that we see a better side than today, Boca Junior. They were really disappointed. Like I said, Boca Junior was really, really disappointed in the second half. I hope that River Plate shows up for Argentina, and I hope that they are able to beat Uruguay Red Diamonds. That's gonna be a good group to see. We do have another team that there's two teams that I know very, very much, and we're gonna talk about them right now. Monterrey against Inter. That's gonna be the basically the matchup that is gonna try to see. So Monterrey versus Inter. What do we know? Obviously, I am Mexican, so I do know Monterrey, and I do watch a lot of Champions League. I did see a little bit of Serie A this year, and we're gonna break it down with you. Monterrey is the most expensive side you can say, as in value players in the whole Mexican league. I think that it's the right thing to say. If I'm not if I'm mistaken, please leave a comments down below. If you're Mexican, if you go for Monterrey, but I think I'm right about this. Monterrey had the most expensive squad in wise as in like player value. So to see this game tomorrow is gonna be a very, very good game because they go against Inter. Yes, the finalist of the Champions League. They lost 5-0 against PSG, which PSG won against Atletico Madrid 4-0. So it's gonna be a really good game. It's gonna be a really good opportunity to see how good Inter actually are. They actually got a new coach, so that's gonna be another good thing to see. A new coach with new ideas. That I think they did sack their old coach Inzaghi. So seeing this new Inter, I hope they're more um you can say attacking. They were very defensive. They were very organized, and I like that from Inter. But I do want to see a more attacking Inter, and I hope we see that tomorrow. Monterrey, like I said, the most expensive squad in Liga MX, and we're gonna see. It's gonna be a battle of basically. It's gonna be a good battle. That game is at 8 o'clock, guys. So the game to not miss tomorrow is Monterrey versus Inter. That's the game to see tomorrow, and then we have to the most. I don't even want to talk about this game, but we're gonna talk about it. Ulsan versus Mamelodi Sundowns. That I have no idea where they're from, how they got here. Ulsan, it's a South Korea team. I'm guessing they won the South Korean League or something like that, or the Asian Cup. And Malamade Sundowns are the South Africa champions. So it's gonna be another good game. It's gonna be played at Orlando, Florida. It's gonna be. I think that it's one of those games where you're gonna want to see it just because we don't know nothing about these teams. So it's gonna be very, very interesting to see these teams. I hope it's a good game. That game starts at 5 o'clock. So if you want to see it, go ahead and see it. Tomorrow we have full like this whole month you can say is full of soccer. So make sure you enjoy, guys. We literally from 10 o'clock from 10 a.m. to like 10 p.m. we do have uh Club World Cup, and then we have Copa Oro, which we're gonna be talking about that basically in the same episode. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, this is for something brand new, and I hope that this is something that we can continue. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support. I will see ya next time, and we're gonna react to it tomorrow, and we see what happens. Like I said, my prediction for tomorrow: River Plate to win, Monterrey and Inter to win 3-2 or 3-1. Borussia Dortmund versus Pumiense. I think they're gonna tie. Ulsan and Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm gonna go with Ulsan because that's easier to say. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see ya next episode, man.